How's it going, everybody? I wanted to interrupt our regularly scheduled replacing the 5200 bottom. This is relevant, but I wanted to just make sure that you guys saw what was going on here, and if you didn't have to replace any frames, what that would look like. So this is a 1965 21-foot Chris Craft Super Sport, and the boat's in really great condition. And so what we did is we removed the old bottom, which I showed you in other videos how to do that. And this boat only had one frame that was just bad, and it had a crack right through it. So Garrett replaced that, and then what we did is we cleaned up everything, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Very important to get everything clean, scraped off, all the old screws, all the old nails out of there, so you have a really nice surface to work with. Sand a little bit where it needs to be just to make sure it's flat and nice. Replace anything that's damaged or rotten. Like I say, this boat's in really good condition. Also very important to do is to mark where your frames are. So are all your frame landings right in the middle of your frame landings? Make sure you mark those, because once you put the bottom on, inner bottom, you won't be able to see where your frames are. So very important to do that. Like I said, we used a scraper, really sharp scraper, and we just scraped all those frames right down and cleaned them all up, vacuumed them all, washed down some of the frames with thinner, and then we repainted up towards the bow, because once that's buried, we're not going to be able to get in there very easily. Sometimes what we'll do is we'll repaint all the frames, which you can totally do that. Just don't paint on top of the frame area right here, because what we want that to happen is we want to make sure that the 5200 lays on here, and then the plywood lays on, which is bare wood. So bare wood to bare wood contact is the best. And then what we do is we take the plywood, we cut out the plywood, and then we put it in with bronze boat nails. So we use bronze boat nails. They're ring shank nails. They're incredibly strong. Matter of fact, once you put them in and drive them all the way in, it's not likely you're going to be able to get them out. They'll just end up breaking. So that's a really good thing to use. Also, when you have the plywood down and you're putting your planks down and you're screwing through, if you hit the top of one of these with one of your drill bit, it'll go either through it or it'll go by it, and that helps, because if this was a screw, if the inner plywood was screwed down with a screw and you hit a screw with your drill bit, it either break the drill bit or you're not going to be able to put a screw in that hole. So that's why we use bronzed boat nails, and they did nail in the inner bottom on this. They just didn't use bronze boat nails, they just used regular steel boat nails. So this is the inner bottom, and this inner bottom is 1/4 inch marine grade plywood is what we use. Some people would CPES underneath here and CPES these frames. I've done that in the past. CPES is really hard to get nowadays, and in some states you can't even get it anymore. So we're going to have wood to wood contact. This whole frame is going to be covered with 5200, so it's going to be completely sealed, and it's going to be tacked with boat nails. Also, then we'll just go and paint, so that'll be sealed. And we'll probably do Smith penetrating epoxy sealer on this portion, and this is where the 5200 goes in and the bottom planks go on top. So that'll be more than adequate for many, many years. So hopefully that was helpful to you. If you like what you see, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then the bell too if you want to be notified. We're going to be working on the hydroplane, the barrelback hydroplane next, and we're going to be fairing the frames on that. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you back here. Bye.